Hi, I am Claire, and I'm going to be doing a house in The Sims 4. So, if you've seen my last three videos, you would know that my family has moved, and I moved with them, and we moved into a house with a lot of white walls, and that was the inspiration for this video, was to do a house with a lot of white walls, kind of modernize it, but make it easy for you to change if you want to download this house and don't want to have any white walls. But I wanted to have a white kitchen to go along with the white walls, and so I am going to be using the appliances and cabinets from the Dream Home Decorator Pack. I kind of did get messed up with the separated oven and stovetop, and I forgot to add a fridge. But don't worry, the final version will have a fridge. You can see it in the screenshots at the end of the video. But I did want to add some floating shelves. My house does not have floating shelves, but I feel like it is a fun feature that just adds some more decorating space in this game. And so I did want to do a house for a bookworm. I wasn't exactly sure if this was going to be the house, but once I realized there was a lot of space to add books and bookshelves, I thought that this would be the perfect house for a bookworm. Maybe both of these parents are bookworms, like this is a family home. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I have done this part of the video's voiceover several times because I am trying something new with my microphone and I'm just kind of fidgeting with it or figuring it out. And so we are just going to be adding I'm just going to be adding books, and I do add a lot of books. I use the Control 9 trick to raise them up onto the very top shelf, and I really like how this turns out. It just like gives a lot of character, I feel like, and maybe one of these parents is a chef and so they need all of these books, and so we are just going to be going and adding some decorations up onto this shelf that's in the cabinet. I really just like how I could like make it not look like I could add stuff to it and make it more unique. And so we are just going to be adding books. I did have to pull away the cabinet so then I could add the books more easily up here, and I just really like how many books are in here. I'm sorry, I can't go over the books. This has just been something I have wanted to do forever, and so I finally figured out, hey, I can do this here. This would work here. And so I also feel like I can comment on the more swatches we have, the different and more swatches we have, and I feel like that really does help with using more books in like houses is with having more swatches, and so I really do like that feature. And so we are just going to be adding the last book stack and going to be adding this little cabinet back and going to be adding just a few more decorations into this space. And so I wanted to use the cool kitchen stuff pack for the cutting boards. I do also use the fridge, so you know where the fridge is coming from. And so I just wanted to add some stuff onto the walls, so got some stuff to look at, not just a white subway tile. And so we are just going to be adding a little rug on the back door. This area I thought could be like a converted garage in air quotes, and so that's why there's like a step down, is because that's where the garage used to be, but they bought a bigger truck and it couldn't fit into the garage, and so they decided to make the garage into their dream kitchen. And while they were doing that, they painted the walls. And why would they need to paint the walls? Is because they lived here forever and they wanted an updated home. And so I did start in the kitchen because that is the like idea I had the most to do. I usually do that. I start in the kitchen because for some reason that's like the area I know what I want to do the most with, and then I kind of get that idea bubble out, and then I move on to the rest of the house. So we are in the front area, the entryway of this house. and I just making it look nice and pretty, very decorated, very full, and that they have lived here for a while. They've probably raised all two of their kids here. It is a 3 bed, or 3.5 bath home, and so they have had time to kind of save up, and so we are just going to be adding this rug that matches the one in the back of the house, and I wanted to use a bigger rug just to kind of fill in the space more. I didn't really want to add a skinny rug, and so we are now in the dining room area, and I just thought it'd be something nice to see when you first walk in to the house, and it is different flooring from the dining room and the rest of the main part of the house to the kitchen. Like I said, it is a renovated space, and I thought since there's a step down, I wanted to add a little bit of kind of realism, and so I thought it would be nice to have a little bit of like a visual transition to let you know that hey, there's a step coming, and so we are just going to be going and adding some pictures now, and I do add more books underneath that window, and I just thought it was going to be the perfect place, so I use the bookshelves from the book kit. I'm sorry, I don't know the actual name. It's just the kit that came with a whole bunch of books. And so we are just going to be adding just a few more decorations. I'm pretty sure I do come back a few more times to add that. I might be wrong. I have done this voiceover way too many times, and I'm finally getting to a part that I'm seeing new. And so we are just going to be changing the color of the garbage can, and I was actually two garbage cans. I raised the garbage can from the get together pack, so it looks like there's a little bit of a garbage liner in this base game one, and so we are just going to be going into the bathroom on the first floor. It's just a toilet and sink in here. I did do some cool stuff with the tile. I'm pretty sure I hit the shift button and then it kind of rotated it, so it made it look like there is a cool pattern on this floor, and so we are just going to be decorating it very simple. It's just, kind of like the guest bathroom when like friends come over for dinner parties, or for when like the kids' friends want to come over, and so we are just going to be now in this like office space or study. There is a wall of books on the opposite wall of this desk, which I thought was pretty fitting for this house, and so we are just going to be raising them up, and because I had to raise it up because that's the part of the house that was raised up, and so we are just going to be also adding a second smaller tier on top of this, and going to be adding a computer and just some decorations on this desk. I feel like I just add the same old on the desk, so I won't really talk about that too much, and so we are just going to be adding a plant, a light, things I don't normally add, and I'm just going to be adding this little like boxes, keepsakes, and so now we are just going to be adding the regular clutter, some pencils, some notepad, and going to be just adding the norm. And I found cookbooks, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect for the kitchen. And it is a cool kitchen item, and so I just thought it would be perfect next to the bookshelves on the in the kitchen, and to have like more like the newer cookbooks or the more regular cookbooks kind of more on the counter. And so we are now going to be going into the living room, just going to add some pictures. So this living room is in the front of the house. I thought that would be kind of different. Maybe it is like closed off, so maybe when a parent is like in a work meeting in the office, then the kid who maybe is homesick like doesn't really have to bother the parent as they are sick on the couch in the living room or something like that. I just thought it would be kind of a good separation, and so we are going to be using the Dream Home Decorator couch. Is a sectional, so I kind of made it easier to fit into this space. I did want to add a little lounger, but it didn't really work out, so I just have this like little couch, and so we are going to be now trying to see if a fireplace would work in this space. It didn't, but I did. I am glad I tried, and so we are going to be adding more bookshelves instead. I saw this cool idea from a new HGTV show called Rent Revealed, and they had like these little cubbies on the side, and I kind of like that, and so I implemented it into The Sims. And so like each family member has their own cubby for their own things. Maybe like I don't exactly know what would be in them. Maybe your Sims would have keepsakes or like small little items that they want to keep. And so we are just going to be adding a little like drawer thing in there. And I was thinking of having a toddler, and so that's why I have the little playhouse, but I do end up getting rid of that. And so we are now just going to be adding two more of these little cubby drawer things. I don't exactly know the proper name, and just going to be filling in these holes in the cabinet, and going to be going and adding a little play space for the child. And so I'm going to be adding just a few like kind of kids items. There's not really like a space for the kid to play around in their room. I'm not exactly sure if it would be a boy or a girl. I just kind of designed the room that you'll see in a while to be blue, and so we are just going to be adding a little dollhouse. This is a very big dollhouse. I just sized it down to like the smallest I could so it could fit better in this space, and going to be adding a little baby play rug and size that up so it's not a baby play rug, or it doesn't look like a baby play rug, and make it mountains because I felt like it fit the theme of the dollhouse. And so we are now on the second level of the house, and going to be starting off in this what I thought would be a teen room who has a passion for art and painting. And so we are going to be using the bed from the high school years pack, and I just thought that this bed kind of fit the theme of like being in Oasis Springs with like cacti. And I did add a art easel for the sim to practice level up their skills, and going to be going and just making this little wall for like them to like, maybe they painted that, they didn't really like it, but they got rid of it, that's why there's paint stripe. But hey, they got other pictures and other sketches, and so I do like how this corner turned out. They do also have a balcony off of their bedroom, and I thought that'd be kind of fun, kind of like, oh, they're like cool teen. And I did kind of do this on purpose because I'm like, oh, paint fumes, like, need to like air that out, and so just another bit of realism there for you. And so each bedroom does have their own private ensuite, which I just kind of thought would be nice. I did like originally just wanted the teen, but then like, oh wait, the child has no way to get to the bathroom, and so I was nice and added a bathroom for the child as well. I did not show that because it's basically a carbon copy of what you are seeing right here, just a 2x2 bathroom. And so we are just going to be adding some soap, a toothbrush, and going to be adding a little towel. And I really do like how this area turned out. And so the final few things we're adding in this space is a desk. I used this one from the City Living pack, and just going to also be adding some pictures. And I was really proud of myself for finding a chair that matched pretty well with the bedding on on the bed. And so we are just going to be adding some curtains. I just kept all the curtains kind of the same. I don't know why, but curtains are things I do not like messing with in this game, and so I just kind of kept it all the same. I mean, I feel like in like normal houses, all windows have blinds, so like all this house has the same curtains, and so maybe these parents did it on purpose because they know kids can change themes and interests on a dime, and so they're just like black or gray curtains every room, and so I'm just going to be adding this poster onto the door. I thought that'd be kind of fun. And I'm going to be adding another little photo collage above the bed. This area is decorated, but it's also very easy to change out if your teen doesn't really want to be a painter or an artist. And so now we are on the balcony. And my first thought was to be chests on this balcony, but then I was thinking, like, maybe they just want more of a space to hang out and chat with their BFF. And so we are just going to be getting rid of the chess table, well, actually moving it onto the parents' balcony, and going to just be adding some hanging swings. That isn't my first choice. You'll see me switch that out later, but I did want to have a little fun spot for the teen to hang out. And I do also have a tablet. I thought that'd be more like for art. And so now we are just kind of doing some stuff in the hallway or landing space. It's very simple though. I just wanted to add some pictures on the walls, and yeah, just again, very simple, very clean. And now we are in the child's bedroom. And so, like I said earlier, this room is just blue themed. I wasn't very like sure if this would be for a boy or a girl. It's easy for you to change. It's easy if you want them to be into soccer or if you want them to be into like more sciencey stuff. And so I did add a few book inspired posters because I thought that was very fitting with all the bookshelves I had added onto the main level. And so just going to be adding these just these same posters, but adding them in different swatches, so it looks like it's like a series. And I thought it was like kind of cool. And so we are just going to be adding a little chair into the landing space and going back into the bedroom to add a desk so they can do their homework, and going to be adding a little biography. Maybe it's one of those things where like they are like, kind of too old for that, but they still love it, and so it's in their room. And so we are just going to be adding a little desk and going to be adding just a few more decorations in the teen room, and going to be again adding more stuff, just trying to make it seem age appropriate for a child, and going to be adding some decals, some stickers, and going to be trying to find the bunny stickers because I thought it would be kind of cute to add some bunnies in the room. I love bunnies, my favorite animal. And so we are just going to be now in the primary bedroom, and I wanted this room to kind of be neutral, calm, kind of gray, and well, I guess very gray. But I am using the bed from the Eco Lifestyle pack, and going to be adding some dressers, and going to be adding a family photo collage. I don't know if that's the actual name, but I do imagine like family photos, like a big group one and a big one, and then like individuals on the smaller ones. And so we are just going to have a little seating area because there was space for that, and I thought it'd be kind of fun, something I don't always add. And here are the hanging chairs on the teen balcony. I first started with one, and then like, no, both of them, there need to be two hanging chairs, but I did want some privacy on the front balcony or the parents' balcony, and so I have these planters, but I didn't want to like make like a whole wall, and so I do get rid of the two in the middle and replace them with lounge chairs, which I thought was kind of a fun, different thing to add. Well, maybe not different, but we are just going to be finding the lawn chairs from Eco Lifestyle and going to be adding them. I feel like this was a good idea to do. I don't know what I'm saying, but we're getting close to the end of the video, so I am just going to start wrapping things up. But first, we are going to be going into the primary bathroom, and as is a bigger bathroom than what I normally do. I guess what I normally do is a 3x2 bathroom, and so I wanted there to be like separate vanities because there was space, but I didn't want it to be like vanity and you like turn around and there's a vanity. I wanted to be like toilet next to the vanity and then like shower next to the vanity, and there is a little alcove for the tub, which I thought was really cute. And so we are just going to be finding the perfect swatch of towels and going to be going outside now. And outside very quick, it's just going to be a barbecue and a table with a monkey bars for the child. Maybe that was like a teen thing, and so like even if the child's not into it, like the parents want to keep it around because it reminds them of the teen and how much the teen loved the monkey bars. And so I kept them, I made them blue, maybe for the child, and going to be adding some planters so your Sims can have a skill building item of gardening. And I do add another little seating area off of this porch along with a little like art sidewalk thing from City Living. But like I said earlier, we are getting close to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to play in this house, the information is down in the description. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That'd be well appreciated. I would like to try to get to 50 subscribers, and if you want to see me build something specific, please leave it down in the comments. I would love to try to do that, and I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. Also, I'm on Instagram if you want to follow me over there. So hope to see you next week. Bye.